The book is really sad. Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sammy, Sam Marie, Samantha Marie-a-lot, if you will. Happy summer. It is officially summer. It's been summer in my mind since May though, so let's be so for real. I have gone into this video wanting to do Bookish Girl Summer, the ultimate Bookish Girl Summer vlog. Q baby, could you sit down? Normally he sits facing a direction that is the opposite of what would have normally felt right. You know, he gets in the car and he faces out the rear view. You know, it's like when your parents were like saying something at the family reunion and you hear your name and you're like, oh my god, don't bring that up again. I've been seeing a lot about Summerween and I'm feeling more Summerweeny, if that makes sense. So originally I was gonna read Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune, go through like my summer book recs, do my summer TBR, which we could still be doing, but we could just do it in a different vlog. But I'm just feeling Summerweeny, okay? Q, are you feeling Summerweeny? I don't know. But this morning I'm on a journey of doing my nails by myself. Now don't look at them too long and don't scrutinize them. And obviously one hand is going to be better than the other because actually, that doesn't even make sense because I'm right-handed, so this hand should be better, but I will tell you this hand is better. But I did do my nails this morning, and they're giving vampire. They're giving Summerween, and that was unintentional. You know what's also interesting about choosing this color is that today is a bit of a day for me. This is 1 year since my mom passed away, and so it's interesting that like I must have subconsciously at 6:30 in the morning be like, let me paint my nails her favorite color. I don't know. Anyways, but so this is giving vampire. It's a little doom and gloom outside. It's a little doom and gloom up here, of course, for reasons. And so I'm thinking Summerween would be a fun thing to do because guess what? I'm also reading Crooked Kingdom right now. I'm currently probably about 40-ish% through Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I finished Six of Crows in 2024. Guys, it's 2026. It's bedtime. And that fits the theme. And you know what? I really want to do some fantasy reading. I've been in a sports romance type of vibe type of time, and so I think maybe doing a little like dark spooky fantasy time could be fun. So I think happy Summerween, but happy late Summerween. I think we're gonna just do a Summerween vlog because again the nails are giving it. It's doom and gloom outside. I would love to watch one of the Conjuring movies. I really like, that's one of my favorite series. My husband's not the biggest like scary movie type of guy, but because of what today is, he could be probably convinced for the sake of what I want to do, you know? Or if he doesn't want to, tomorrow midday I could just be watching The Conjuring. I think we're gonna go Summerweed instead. Like, I'm just not feeling super summery today. And I probably won't be tomorrow either, so yeah, that's the plan. If you're new here, the rundown is basically I'm 28, I'm a psych PA. I also own a small business where I make smoothie bowls. I am married. I am a book reader, book collector, hobby enthusiast. I hope everybody's having a great day. This morning, I had a pretty good start. I did have a back injury, and so I've been moping and groaning and whatever about it, but I decided I'm gonna start doing Pilates and yoga at the studio. I just didn't know there was any Pilates here. The timing is not always great for my schedule, but I'm just gonna figure it out because I need to do something about that. So this morning I got up, I did my nails, I went to yoga, I got a coffee from my favorite coffee place, cookie butter latte. And now that we're doing Summerween, I think I'm gonna listen to Crooked Kingdom. If you don't know anything about Crooked Kingdom, basically what you need to know is the first book is Six of Crows. Six of Crows follows six bandit of thieves. It says a convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, and a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. And basically on this one, they They go on this impossible heist. There's a lot of like found family to it. It feels a little bit dark too. It is YA. The second book, I will say, feels a little bit less YA. 6 Dangerous Outcasts, 1 Impossible Heist. It's a lot of fun. My orange cat had a lot of fun with that. The chomps he took out of it. I can't really say too much about Crooked Kingdom because, well, then that would spoil this book because this leaves off on quite a cliffhanger. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, but I think we're doing Summerween, so I don't know. Something I enjoy so much about Leigh Bardugo's writing is that she'll take you on this tangent, this whole entire tangent about something previous about one of the characters, but it's almost like we go and escape on that same train of thought, that same wavelength that they're on, and you don't even realize how far of a tangent you've gone on until the character is brought back to the current time. It's like experiencing the flashback, the flashback the same way the character does. Honestly, name a better Summerween celebration than getting up so early to go do hot yoga. We're up at 5:55 a.m. this morning. I probably actually need to wake up at 5:45. You know when you just are new, you're brand new to a workout class and you really need to get there like 15 to 20 minutes before, because like you don't know what classroom it's gonna be in, you don't know anything about like anything. You have to warm up because like, hey guys, I'm new. Whereas like when you've been somewhere for a while, like you could stroll in like 5 minutes before class. I'm not a regular. I'm doing this Pilates and yoga right now because I had a back injury. I'm more of like a, it sounds like I got a body in the back. Oh my god. That is just tables for our pop-up. Relax, everybody. Why is everybody being weird? This is getting spooky. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys later. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Girly is definitely running behind here. We've done the hot yoga. We've done a little bit of cleaning in the kitchen. Not in there. That's not the kitchen. Just don't mind the mess. Got some dishes together. We have another pop-up, but today's at a festival, so it's gonna be quite busy. Made a little Cinny Vanilli action, but added blue spirulina for the fun of it, because why not? Live a little whimsy, have a little fun. But we have a meeting, Ella Bowles meeting, I think at table 304, so I'm gonna get a cookie butter latte again today. So I need to get in the shower. Shower, meeting, back home, Summerween activities. I think it might be fun to put on a little like Halloween town action, a little maybe Nightmare Before Christmas type of vibe, and go through and do some annotations that I have to pull from books that I have physical copies of because I love them, but I read portions of them on Kindle Unlimited, and so I have the annotations on my Kindle. But in order to read more Kindle reads, more Kindle Unlimited, I need to get those books out of that library, because we know the tragedy of, what was that, 2025, when you can't just have as many as you want in your Kindle Unlimited library, like they take them out. You can only have 10 at a time, you have to return them. Kind of messed up if you ask me, but then we can read more of my book. I'm on chapter 20. Things are getting a little bit crazy, a little bit crazy. I don't know if any characters die in this, so like definitely a little stressed out. My mouth blue. Okay, I gotta go shower. Hey, just checking in. We have avocado toast, egg whites, because I'm in an egg phase. If you are ever in an egg phase, I will tell you something hits different about egg whites. It doesn't hit, it's not as eggy, you know what I mean? And bear with me for the lighting, but maybe it's giving more Summerween. Oh, my outfit's not giving Summerween. My outfit is giving that it's summer. Guys, I don't know what my mood is, but we're still gonna finish out this Summerween vibe. Genuinely, like, I'm just doing my best. First bite. I want to work on these annotations, getting all of my annotations from any Kindle Reads to the books themselves, okay? Because this is getting out of hand. I'm going to do that. I'm either going to put on something to give the vibe. Do you know what I mean? Halloween Town, spooky, scary skeletons, maybe Twitches. Twitches could be fun. Why do I kind of want to put on Cheetah Girls? I think we'll do that, or I'll try to keep listening to Crooked Kingdom. It's getting like, things are intense. I'm scared, I'm worried because I don't have any spoilers for this. So I really, which I don't know how I've avoided them, but I don't really know how this goes. I don't know if Leigh Bardugo is interested in taking away characters that you do care about. I feel very protective over this cohort. I feel like they are like maybe my nieces and nephews. Do you know what I mean? Like, not my kids because they're a little old to be my kids, but I want to watch over them. I want to protect them. I want to give them a better life than the life they've been given. So I'm worried. And if somebody's read the book, like, I wonder if you're screaming right now. But I might try to do the annotations and listen to Crooked Kingdom. However, I don't know if that's gonna work in my brain. Do you know what I mean? Because then I'm gonna be reading stuff and like trying to audio. So I think I'm gonna have to put on a spooky, scary time. I'm gonna eat this toast. I'm not gonna do that on camera because that's too hard to like sit and chit chat, but I'm gonna eat this and then we're gonna do that. Happy Summerween. But does this give Summerween because like it's summertime, but we're gonna do Halloween-y type of things? It's so fun going back through and annotating a book that you loved. The Poppy War is like one of my number ones for this year. And something that I found so interesting of it is like the commentary of religion and everything there. There's a lot of like conversations and just debates about religion that I have with my husband often, and I just think it's so interesting. But this says, the priests of the order of the Holy Maker held no political office, but exerted more cultural control than the Hesperian central government did. Since Hesperia was a large country without warlords who had absolute power over each of its states, rule of law had to be enforced by propagation of the myth of moral codes. And so religion is merely a social construct in both the East and the West. The difference lies in its utility. And just like so, that crossover between like state and government and religion, people using religion in order to set a moral code for people, how that can get a little bit sticky. And then it just goes on questioning, and it says, if there's a divine creator, some ultimate moral authority, then why do bad things happen to good people, and why would this deity create people at all, since people are such imperfect beings? She goes on to say it's kind of like a reference to a different activity they have to do, but she says he did in essence the mental equivalent of making her carry a pig up a mountain. Just thought I'd share. And then she's doing all of this meditation, drugs to help, like shrooms, mushrooms to help with meditation. And it says she was so terrified of the thought of not thinking that she wasn't able to accomplish it because she kept thinking about not thinking. And then a fly settled on her nose. She sneezed violently, and her professor says start the time over, and she says damn it. RF Kuang can be educational, make you think. She can make you think, but she'll make you laugh too. We're at this little situation where two characters kind of come together that you don't expect to come together. It's just interesting going back to this frame of mind and trying to remove your frame of mind from how the books continue on and go on, and how like relationships form and how connections are made, friendships, you know, sides of the story, who comes together on which side, and also trying to go back to the mindset of maybe why people behaved the way they did behave in this first book because of different narratives that were going on in their heads that we just like were not aware of. It's crazy how little we know. I finished annotating one book that I was on my list to get done. I think this is all we're going to do for right now. We do have a Smooth Bowl pop-up shop, so I do have to like get ready to work. Get ready to work for the rest of the day, right? I just was not aware of how psychotic I was when reading this. Genuinely full body chills with some of these. I'm not gonna read the last sentence of this because that would most certainly be spoilery, but if you have read this, open your books to page whatever, the last frickin' page. Last line, like the last one, two, like the last 3 lines on 527. I don't know when I will be over this book. The other books I know I need to get some annotations out of is Then the Dragon Republic, The Burning God, the next 2 books in the Poppy War. I also need to do Please Don't Go by Salvador. I think that's it. I think I need to do the Windy City series annotations, but I do need to get the correct version of Play Along first. I think tomorrow we have another pop-up, but it's a morning pop-up, so like I can kind of get all of that done tomorrow, and then when we come back home I can clean up, and then like we can really settle in for a Summerween type of night. Reading, and I mean, what else is there? No, reading, and I might try to figure out what we should watch. I want to watch something that Brian has not watched. There's like a lot of OG like Halloween-y movies he hasn't seen. Practical Magic, The Craft, Misery. Oh my goodness, he hadn't seen Jeepers Creepers. We watched that a couple Halloweens ago finally, so he could watch that for the first time. Could watch like The Corpse Bride. I think he has seen Coraline. Sleepy Hollow. There's just a lot of like OG traditional ones he hasn't seen, but maybe we'll just like get cute and cozy and just watch like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now we've both seen that, but I think maybe this is where we end it for the day, but don't quote me on that. When is it ever this serious, Samantha? Hey. Happy Saturday. Cute. Cute dog. Cute, come here. We had a pop-up today, and then we went to dinner, and then we went to Target, and then we went to Walmart, because what else do you do in your late 20s at this point anyways, besides work and go to the grocery store? Summerween, the Summerween saga continues. I haven't read anything today, and we're not gonna read anything today. We are gonna watch either a spooky movie or just like a Halloween-y movie. I'm thinking perhaps Practical Magic, because I just found out, and what a day and what a time to find out. They're making a Practical Magic 2. Brian's never seen Practical Magic, so that would be a great, fantastic option. I don't know, what do you want to do, Q? I did just get a book too, but it doesn't make sense for this video. It's Ashley Poston's new release. However, the video after this, we are going to go ahead and just do like the ultimate bookish girly summer, hot girl summer reading vlog, because I think that's the era we're entering. I think I'm out of the doom and gloom mindset. I don't know why I'm talking about that, but that's the plan. Guys, let's go watch a movie. Let's go get cozy and comfy on the couch and watch a movie. Okay, we're actually gonna watch The Conjuring because we just watched the trailer for it and I forgot how good this movie is. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm scared.
I forgot. This is genuinely like one of the scariest movies, but like the best movies I've ever seen. What year did this come out?
Gotta be like 2014.
2013. So that's the year we started dating and the year we met. Did we see this together?
I would have to say yes. I mean, dude, this shit is scary. The release date in 2013 was July 19th. So we wouldn't have.
July 19th.
I probably went and saw it with like.
How weird is that?
gosh.
July 19th are the Wolves one year.
Yeah, the wolves pop up.
Is that even weird? I don't know.
Even this is scary.
Casual spooky update. The Conjuring is still very scary, but also kind of sad. Made me tear up a little bit. Okay, good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh my goodness, what? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Because of the way my job works, she's leaving. I disrupted her peace. You know what I mean? That wasn't very nice of me. But because of the way my job works, like making smoothie bowls, my Saturday, Sunday is kind of like Monday, Tuesday, except it's not really because, you know, we're still always working. Like, we're filming this Beyond the Bowl series, but my work day today doesn't really start until, I guess like 3 o'clock, 2:30ish. Anyways, happy Monday, because it is in fact Monday. I'm gonna sit down and read for a little bit, okay? Because I deserve this, I've earned this. I'm gonna sit down and read, because then we're going to lunch at noon, and then I'll get ready for filming for Beyond the Bowl. I think I'm somewhere in the midst of chapter 17, which is following Inej, and we're in part 4, The Unexpected Visitor. But I think I'm just gonna restart chapter 17 and go from there, which puts us in like 265, page 265, and there's like 500 and some pages. I thought maybe I could sit down and finish this, but I can't, that's too many. But if I could even like read 100 pages, that could be pretty cool. I'm not like the fastest reader. I'm also not the slowest reader, I don't think. But we're gonna keep reading this. Okay, I gotta go put my glasses on and maybe get a blue slush, you know? You feel me. Funny story, but not the funniest story. I actually must have drank all my blue slush, so I'm not gonna crack open an Alani. I do have a cotton candy, but it wasn't cold, so I did put it in the freezer. I'm not a fan of pouring it over ice. Me personally, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna read my book, I guess. And not have a fun drink. Just wanted everybody to know it's finally time. Whatever they did with this cotton candy Alani, I mean, this was their big one. I mean, I'm gonna keep reading. Oh, hey. The book is really sad. Oh my god, I wasn't ready. Genuinely, I was not ready. I go finish. I finished Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Obviously it was 5 stars. I can't say too much about this book without spoiling it. This is the second in the duology. Six of Crows is the first book. If you have not at any point in time heard about this trilogy, just like Six of Crows is the first. As you go on this journey with them, you just learn so much about each of the individual characters themselves, everything they've been through, the trauma, everything about their life, and you become so bonded with them. This is like huge found family here. This leaves on quite an insane cliffhanger. And so then you go into this and we're kind of lost, confused, like what is the update, what's been happening, happening? Where are we? What's going on? You know how like in a fantasy book, the last 10%, you're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? No, that's not what happens with this. It's almost like the last 10% of every part, because this is split up into, I believe, 6 parts. And it's almost like the last 10% of each part is kind of like the last 10% of a fantasy book. You're on the edge of your seat, you're stressed out, you don't know what's gonna happen, you don't know if everything's gonna go according to plan. Obviously, it made me cry. I don't know, I wasn't expecting to cry in the middle of my day today. You know, I have things planned, I have things to do, so So 5 stars. I mean, Leigh Bardugo did her damn thing with that. Do you know what I mean? Like she just knew what she was doing. I can't wait to reread that one day. I'm just debating on the Summerween of it all. Like, I think one other fun thing we could do is kind of go through my fantasy TBR. When I think fall and I think Halloween reads, I'm much more of the gal to lean towards the fantasy genre, the romantasy genre, rather than the thriller. It's not my favorite genre. Darkly by Marisha Pessl. If I had not read that, I think that would have been a fantastic book to read during this time. Would be this one right here. This is kind of giving like the same found family, the same type of cast of characters, the bunch of like different kids, teenagers coming together. It kind of gives that in the way Six of Crows does, but it's totally different. They are going on this internship for this gaming company that makes crazy, mysterious, dark games. Okay, rapid fire, some Summerween books that I think would fit the vibe, you know, the essence of Summerween that I do not have on my physical TBR is Catabasis by RF Kuang, Dark Academia, you know? The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, I think that would be great. Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. The Master of Jinn by P. Jelly Clark. The Unbroken by C.L. Clark. Great way to go for Summerween would be Ninth House and Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. This is another fantasy on my physical TBR, The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. There is a little blurb from Sarah J. Maas, which I think at the time that I picked this up, I had just finished Throne of Glass, so I just kind of was like, if she says read it, I guess I'll read it. I think Lady of Darkness, this is a dark fantasy series. Her other series that's connected to this was very popular, the Legacy series, but this comes first and then the Legacy series. They are connected. You don't have to read this one first, but I just think, me personally, I would like to. I know we're following an assassin, they're sisters, the things, you know. I think any Rachel Gillig. I have One Dark Window, Two Twisted Crowns, that duology, that's very dark, giving all of the Halloween vibes. The Night and the Moth, I feel like Rachel Gillig's books are fantasy, but they have dark undertones. I have this book too, which I should have read this for this, but this is The Witch Haven, and this is Dark Academia, but like witches. And it says, Haxahaven Academy, rules for young witches. Mind your instructions, no unsupervised spell work, and don't leave after dark. This is a little standalone romantasy Dark Academia book that I found at Posman Books, Spellcaster by Jamin Eve. It says, welcome to Weatherstone College. Don't walk the halls late at night. Don't disturb the ancient magic. And don't under any circumstances ever trust a spellcaster. And so at 22, our female main character, she finally discovers her powers. She goes to this college, but I believe she's going to end up trusting a spellcaster. And it says, after all, to fight a monster, I'll need a monster. But yeah, I also have the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. I have Legendborn by Tracy Dion, Bridge Kingdom, A Broken Blade, ooh, The Bewitching by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, Immortal Dark by Tygus Gurma. But yeah, that's all I have for Summerween. I think this was a little bit all over the place, but at least we found a 5-star read. We had a 5-star time. Happy Summerween. Happy belated Summerween. I'm late to the game. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm gonna do an ultimate summer reading vlog, and we're gonna get into some good beach reads. Summer reads, beach romances are one of my favorite genres ever. So we're gonna have a time. And the weather has been so hot, so maybe we'll be outside for a little bit. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Happy reading.